Hey everybody, it's So Stephanie Says, and guess what time it is? It's time for Gettin Crafty with MidSouth, and we have our June project. And you know I love opening these boxes. So this project's a little different than last month. Move this right out of the way, and let's open it up. So you're gonna see you have some wire and a ribbon. We have some burlap, freezer paper is what this is, and then we have some already weeded for you, so you can see. And if you look, we have our project right over here, and that way you can see what we're going to make. We also have it on a frame here. When you get the cut file, you're going to notice that there's an oval. And that oval is to cut your freezer paper, and you'll just put that on your mat. Okay, so I have cut mine, I've laid it on, and now we're just gonna heat press that freezer paper on, and that's just gonna help it stick. And now you can see here that my freezer paper is in place, and I'm just gonna use a few pins because I'm gonna cut both of them at the same time. I'm going to cut. I'm using peek and shears. You can use whatever scissors you have at home. And again, when you get that freezer paper, you're going to have a cut file, and it's going to show that oval, and that's what you're going to use to cut your freezer paper. So now I'm ready to start laying out a few things. I'm going to move that right out of my way. And I have my oval, and you can see it's already cut for you. All you need is love. And I'm going to set a few things to kind of get how I want this to lay out, and then take it off the backing. We want to look first. That's looking good. And if you've never used the all-purpose paper, it's wonderful, so that when you do cut a design, you can have that just waiting and put it on there to save that design. So it's a wonderful thing if you've never used that. And it's called all-purpose. Now I've got a flip. Here's the flop. And I'm just checking my placement a little bit beforehand. So I'm going to give this a press. And I'm at 305, and I'm doing 10 seconds on this. With burlap, you'll notice when you're pressing, sometimes you'll have to do that second tap down of 5 seconds just to get it to stick really well. Now I'm going to move and repress the bottom. Move my Teflon sheet, and let's take some of this to get ready for our second layer. Beautiful, beautiful. So you can see we have our first press done. So then we still have a few more things to add. So this one you're going to get the joy of learning how to press several times to layer. And again, 10 seconds at 305. If I was doing this on a shirt, you could do just a 2-second back down in between each layer, but with this burlap, there's no danger of me burning it. And I'm going to need several presses to get it all on here. And now we have our daisies. And if you don't like a daisy, guess what? Don't press it on. This is where it's your design. Just a little. One Daisy's not wanting to cooperate with me. And press. And then let me grab some scissors here. This is the center of our daisy. And this is one of my favorite glitters. I just think it sparkles and it adds some sunshine to this. And one final press. So what do you think? So we have another step to do, and this is where you get to get a little crafty, because we're getting crafty together. You can, if you sew, you could sew these together. You could use E6000 glue, or you can use a glue gun. So for today, we're gonna use a glue gun because most of us crafters have one of those. Oops, technical. I'm gonna slide that over. And then we're gonna glue gun. And you wanna leave a small opening so that we can fill it and then we can go back. So I'm just going to do some glue and just run a little bead around the edges of it, and then I'm gonna leave an opening. And let me throw in another glue stick. And we're going. I'm gonna press those together and then start from this side. On a farm, you would say duct tape and baling wire will fix anything. For a crafter, a glue gun will fix anything. So we're gonna let that get dry, and then we're gonna show some paper. So here's some different ideas. If you get in some packages from Amazon, from somewhere, and it has the paper, this is wonderful to keep, and that way we can ball it up. Just show kind of, we're gonna fill our bag, or when you get these flyers, you can pick these up and you can use it as a filler. So that's the only thing you have to provide is your own filler for your bag. So I'm just gonna show, filling it up. And I'll notice there's a little gap, so I'm gonna put a little glue on that one. So I have finished filling it up with my paper, and you can see I have a little gap. So I'm gonna take the glue gun and just add a glue here to close it. And word of caution, don't use your fingers right away to close it and press it, because you'll get hot glue on your fingers. So I'm just mashing so that I don't show myself getting burned on video. So now I have it closed. You'll notice that you had a piece of wire. You can decide how you want to hang this one. I'm just going to do a quick, I'm folding mine in half to give it a little strength. I'm just weaving it in one of the holes in the back. And of course at home it does beautiful. Let me fix that just a little bit. And I'm just going to twist it here, and then I can use this as my tie. You notice you have a ribbon, and you can add a bow if you like. I'm going to add my bow a little different than I did on the other one. And again, hot glue gun, little glue, and stick it on. And we now have a project. Hope y'all had fun. Thanks.